What's up guys, Broscarf here, and today you're joining me with a new series for 2020 called Fire Emblem Friday. Now, what does this series entail? So I'm going to be drawing a Fire Emblem character every Friday for the next upcoming year, and I'm going to be talking about them in whatever, like how good are they, I think, or where, any information I have on them that I find relevant to tell. Now, drawing a character every Friday, that's a good idea, isn't it? Because I am totally free to do all of that. I'm not, but that's just adding a little bit of challenge to me, and that's pretty good. So, Fire Emblem, why did I pick this? My favorite game series. That's easy enough. Strategy RPG if you don't know about it. And we're starting off with the face of Fire Emblem, at least in my opinion, and probably most people's opinion, so I don't know why I said that. It's Marth. Or if you want to call it by his anime name, Mars.
Mars Lowell, heir to the throne of Aricia.
The son of King Cornelius? You are truly he?
Yes.
But that's just... Don't do that. So, Marth is the first protagonist of the Fire Emblem franchise, starring in, what was it? It was a really shitty long name, but it was about the Blade of Light and the Dragon of Darkness. Whatever, I've not played the original two games he stars in, which is that one and the Mystery of, I think the Mystery of the Endless remake. I am really prepared for this. Anyway, I played the Shadow Dragon game and the new Mystery of the Emblem. Oh, so Mystery of the Emblem was the old one. And Shadow Dragon was my introduction to the series, and when I played it as first, I was really bad. I was a young kid, a young lad. I don't remember. The game came out in 2008, I think, so I was 9? Question mark? But I was way too young. I just let all my units die, and I do remember getting to chapter 6. I don't know how, but then I quit. I already had a lot of dead people, my dude. And I later returned to the game, I don't know, a couple years later. And I was mesmerized. I was like, this is amazing. And then I played that game over and over again until I finally started getting other ones. But enough about that. That's my introduction to the game. It was nice. Let's talk about Marth. And yeah, we'll talk about the drawing later. So he's a pretty pure character. As in, he really believes in the good of people, and he cares for his friends and his country, and he's not annoying about it, I find. He doesn't want any of his comrades to die, and if they do, he's very upset. It's I don't know, it's very nice. Not very nice, I mean, he's a very caring character, and he's very trusting of people. That's why he makes his army out of strangers, basically. Out of previous enemies, he just trusts them and the good of their heart. It's very nice. It sets a good preset for the Fire Emblem games, like that he's able to convert almost every character. Not really, but that's what it is. Yeah, he's a very trusting man, and he's very bad in romance, apparently. He's like, oh my god, should I tell her I like her? No, I'm too scared, and I can't tell if other people like me. That's him, that's Marth. Why he really kind of doesn't fall short or doesn't fall off with his characteristics is because he is a naive man, and that is stated, I think it was by his sister Elise, in at least New Mystery of the Emblem, which was like the sentence I liked the most out of that entire game, because it shows that he is, it's not like, the world isn't that great. The world isn't that good, but he's a naive kid, and he changes people's points of view, and he makes them believe in something. That's why I really find Marth a good character. I don't know why that one sentence spoke to me a lot. It's really nice. Now, let's talk about him as a unit a little bit. I'm not a Fire Emblem character reviewer or listing tier man, so I'm just gonna talk what he can do. So he's your lord. He starts off with a little bit crap, not horrendous. I'm talking Shadow Dragon mostly. New Mystery of the Emblem, he has pretty decent bases. He has like 10 speed and skill, I think. And in Shadow Dragon, he starts off a little bit iffy. He needs a couple of speed level ups to start doubling. He is a convoy. He is your convoy. I mean, you can't let him die. He's your lord. So game over. That's not really a viable thing to say that the unit is good, but it is something you have to take in mind. He's the only character that can visit villages, so you have him walking around a lot. He can open chests after he receives the Fire Emblem, which, you know, is nice if your Chiefs die and you don't reset like most people. I mean, you can Iron Man, whatever. He has a Rapier for effective damage, which isn't horrible. If you forge it and give it some more might, it will definitely be good. Though Shida has the Wing Spear, which is generally just better because, I mean, the Rapier is effective against Armor Knights and like Cavaliers and Horsemen, and none of those use axes, so you'll always basically always have weapon disadvantage. I mean, you can have neutral, but disadvantage most of the time, and the Wing Spear either has advantage or neutral, so it's generally a better weapon, and Shida is very fast, so she doubles. So he's not the best fighter in your army, generally. New Mystery of the Emblem, he's slightly better, and he also gets a sort of promotion bonus once you get to the final part of the game. Like the Mystery of he gets like +2 in every stat. Other than that, he can wield Falchion, which is a pretty good weapon. I mean, it's like a better. It's as effective against dragons. Decent might, I think it had. No, I don't remember actually. But decent might. I mean, it's nice against Medius because that man just doesn't take damage. I mean, I preferably use Tiki, just max it out in like the Medon chapter and fucking almost one-shot the final boss. You can't possibly do it with Tiki because she does like 58 damage, except for instead of 60, which sucks, but whatever. Yeah, he's not bad. He's not a bad character. He's not a great character either in units in his battle strength, but you know, he can get the job done. Definitely very good man to use boots on, because you have him walk around doing all random shit. He needs to go visit villages, he needs to go open chests if you don't have a thief, or you don't want to deploy one, because you need more fighting prowess. Yeah, and he needs to walk to the Seize Point, because Shadow Dragon and New Mystery of the Emblem, I think, are both fully seize maps. You cannot just kill all enemies, you always have to seize at some point. I don't know if his first two games are the same. I think they would be, because otherwise why would they change it to seize maps? I am wrong here. In Shadow Dragon, I'm kind of right. There's only one map where it differs, where it's the final map, where you have to just kill the boss. And in New Mystery of the Emblem, there are some route chapters. The prologue is entirely route chapters, and there are a couple in the main game as well as a kill boss in the chapter where you have like infinite legions, and kill Medius, which again, you know, boss. As I said, games I've played with him are Shadow Dragon and New Mystery of the Emblem. I've not played the original two, and I've heard that playing the original Mystery of the Emblem is better generally than the New Mystery of the Emblem, because you have your avatar unit in the New Mystery of the Emblem that just self-inserts himself with like very bland personality, which is true. I mean, he's a good unit for fighting, just not a good unit for anything else. Though his character creation menu is pretty nice, like the things you can customize, pretty nice. I mean, very overt. But, of course, I also played the Smash games. I haven't played Melee, played Brawl, played what came after that, number 4, and I played Ultimate. He's pretty nice in there too. It's very not Fire Emblem, but still. Yeah, I can remember like one very funny, very good moment with my Marth in the New Mystery of the Emblem. I played that game like twice. The first time I couldn't get past the chapter preceding Garneth, because my game lagged so hard. I just couldn't get. I was like waiting a minute for entire fights to end, and it was just not fun. But he brave sworded hard in. I'm talking spoilers. I should probably put a spoiler. I will put a spoiler warning into this. I mean, it's old game, whatever. Brave sworded hard in with 3 crits and then 1 more hit, and that exactly killed him. I don't know how I did that low amount of damage, because that would be 5 damage, like 15, 15, 15, 5. And that doesn't sound great. That doesn't sound right. It doesn't have 60 health. I don't remember, my dude, but he did 3 crits and a hit, and he killed hard in 1 fight. It was very funny. Very good man. Other than that, this man has an anime. Yep, let's not talk about that, except for memes.
1 time out of 20. Keep practicing.
You big lug! I hit that black spot in the middle! Can't you big jerks!
Get back here!
Yeah!
Anyway, let's get to the drawing a little bit. So, first drawing, and I noticed immediately, I used a lot of build up on this character, because I want to do that, because I want to try to get better. So I have to really try to build up. The one area where I think it's still kind of iffy is his right arm, which isn't bad in the final product, but it still feels like it's barely hanging in there. Like there's just a point of view problem that I haven't been able to fix. Its arm should turn a little bit more forward, and I don't know how I should do that. So I'm kind of that's something I want to keep in mind. Other than that, his facial expression started out screaming, but I thought that wasn't fitting for him, for his character. I mean, of course, that sometimes you have to inspire your troops, but he's just such a naive boy, such a kind-hearted gentleman, that you can't just let that man scream. You gotta make him look nice, because that's just a character. It just feels better. What else? I mean, his color scheme is pretty nice. Looking at it, it's not that hard. I mean, it's like blue, red, and yellow, but it's very nice because of the complementary colors and his light blue cape and very bright red inside of the same cape. They really tie it together. It's very nice looking at it. And his sword is hard to draw, because I can't draw swords very well apparently, because they're very straight and they're very pointy, and they have to be like good. I don't know how. Why am I losing the words that I need to speak, because this is a speaking part. Whatever. Swords are hard, okay? Just like hands, even though these hands were not that bad. But yeah. That's really, that's basically all I have to say about Marth. He's I like him. Neat character, face of the series, honestly. And, not a bad unit, as I said. But hey, what else can you say about him? I don't know. I don't know, my dude. He's nice. He appears in a lot of... Yeah, he appears in a lot of Fire Emblem games, my dude. And I say my dude a lot. But he appears in a lot of games as like a summoning ghost or fucking spot best bullshit. Or something to do with his amiibo. I don't know. Hero King, man, is just there. And I don't know if it's good. They shouldn't, really. They're tying it all together, all these things together. It's kind of weird. I don't mind if they tie it together with like games that are in the same universe per se, like Awakening, where you're like, oh, they're descendants of him. I'm like, okay, that's good. He can appear in some way, and then you use the weird Einherjar or whatever to appease fans. Okay, I guess. But it's just a bit. It's a bit much, you know. It's a bit much. But I'll forgive him. I'll forgive him, I suppose. I mean, you could do better, but whatever. At least this man is not like, oh, I don't want to kill people, so I'm not gonna kill people and win the war that way. Because that's not how wars are won. Fates. Anyway, thanks for watching this first Fire Emblem Friday. If you want, leave a comment which character you want me to draw and talk about next. I have played multiple Fire Emblem games, so I want to kind of not do the same series, not do the same games every week. I want to switch it apart and not do the same things every week. So I don't want to really draw Lord next week. So, you know, pick a random character that you like, and maybe I'll draw it. And otherwise, if nobody says anything, I'll pick myself, because I can do that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.